Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101, and this is also take 3 of this video. This is Crystal Beasts. I meant to upload it a long time ago, back when I was just kind of uploading all the decks that I owned. But then they got the new support announced, and real quick before we go into the deck profile, there's a couple cards in here that are currently in the mail and are being proxied, but I'll post pictures of those on Instagram once I get them. So, let's go into the monsters. 3 of the best card in the deck, that's Sapphire Pegasus. Ignore the mixed rarity, it just happens over time with old cards. When it's summoned, puts a Crystal Beast into the back row, and it can do that whenever it's summoned. No, that's not Sapphire. That's Ruby Carbuncle. Ruby Carbuncle is whenever she's special summoned, she summons as many Crystal Beasts from the back row as possible. So that's pretty rad. And all the Crystal Beasts, of course, have the effect of when they leave the field, they can be, if they would be sent from the field to the graveyard, they can be put in the back row instead. And that does resolve on field, so that's really nice to know. The last good one rerun is 2 Topaz Tiger, and I really wish I had a third one of him. But what he does is, whenever he battles an opponent's monster, he gains 400. So that's pretty cool. Puts him up to 2k, so he beats over a lot of stuff. And then we move into the bad ones, and I do play 3 of a bad one, which kind of sucks. 3 Amber Mammoth. So my logic behind him is I would cut him down by 2 if I had a third Ruby and a third Topaz. So that's essentially what you would play over this guy. His effect is while he's on field, you can change all attacks that would target a Crystal Beast to him. So that's cool. Cobalt Eagle is okay. I've heard him considered one of the better ones as well. What he does is you target a face-up Crystal Beast and you put it either back into your hand or to the top of the deck. Yeah, so that's pretty cool to recycle your Pegasus, Pegasi, whatever, because you normal summon him. You have a Pegasus already on field, or in your spell and trap zone, you put it back into your hand. You put it back on top of the deck, and then next turn you draw it if you don't search anything. So that's pretty good. Amethyst Cat, she attacks directly. She's kind of carbo. M1 Emerald Turtle, and what he does is he gets to change battle positions. He turns into defense mode, and that's it for the Crystal Beast monsters. And you'll notice we're running all 7, and that is for a very specific reason. But it might not. I don't know. It's not as interesting as you would think. So the main reason we're running all 7 is for Rainbow Dragon. But another reason we're running Rainbow Dragon is because we're running Malefic Rainbow Dragon in this deck. And I think I actually have the updated text of Rainbow Dragon somewhere. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, so the main reason we're running this guy for this guy, and that's just to give us a boss monster essentially. So yeah, Malefic Rainbow Dragon is much better than this, just because that's how it goes. And then for the last monsters, we're running 2 Fire Hand and 2 Ice Hand, and 1 Summoner Monk. So, Summoner Monk is to help us summon stuff, is to help us get Pegasus. I might bump him up to 3, and then just remove the, where is he, the Mammoths. So, that could be a thing. And then, the Fire Hand and Ice Hands are just there to give us some disruption, and board presence in case we don't draw into the Crystal Beasts. But yeah. That's it for the monsters, and we'll move on to the spells and traps. So our first 3 spells are the new card, Rainbow Bridge, and there's your proxy right there. Rainbow Bridge is really good. This card's insane. All it does, it's such a simple card, but it's really good, and that's add 1 crystal spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Not a once per turn, just insane. This is the one that out of the new cards, you have to run this one at 3 because it's so good. It just searches all of the support. And it just makes them even more playable. The next card is the other really good one, but I honestly prefer this at 2 because 3 kind of bricks, and that is Crystal Bond. So what this does is, you can see there's the proxy one. What this one does is you add 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck to your hand, and then you get to put a Crystal Beast from your deck to your back row. And this is a hard once per turn, but holy crap, that is so good. Being able to put being able to search a Sapphire, put a Sapphire in the back row, and then normal summon the Sapphire Pegasus, put another one back, and instantly activate Crystal Beacon to summon the I'll show you the combo when at the end of the video, because it's a really good play. Alright, and then next up, this is probably their best spell other than those in my opinion, and that's a Crystal Beacon. If you have 2 Crystal Beasts in your back row, you can special summon one out of the deck. This card it's nuts. It's like a Rhoda. It's like a Rhoda, but not, because it summons, but it's just so good. It's so good. I wish other decks had that. Crystal Promise. This summons 1 Crystal Beast in your spell and trap zone, and then special summons it. You can see it's a Ruby because it's supposed to be for Carbuncle, because Carbuncle has the most relevant effect for that. We are running one of the equip spell, Crystal Release. This gives any Crystal Beast 800 attack, and then when it leaves the field, you get to put one into your back row as a continuous spell or trap. So that's really good. And also the 800 attack is pretty buff, and you can search this, so it's like, it's whatever. That's pretty good. It is equipped, so it does stay. Next up, we're running 2 Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. This field spell is insane. The being able to summon one out of the back row, if you have, I think it's 5. If you have 4, you get to draw an extra card. Being able to protect itself, being able to protect half your battle damage for Crystal Beast. It's good. It's nuts. It's pretty nuts. Even by today's standards, it's pretty good. That's it for the Crystal Beast spells and traps. For other stuff, we have 2 terraformings to search our field spell, because it's not searchable in the deck, but you don't need it. 1 Ayers Rock Sunrise. So this card is really cool, and I didn't think I owned this, but I did find it in my copious amounts of cards. So this is target 1 beast in your graveyard, special summon it, and then all monsters your opponent currently control lose 200 attack for each beast, plant, or winged beast type monster in your graveyard until the end of this turn. You can only activate one of these once per turn. And the main beast you're going to be summoning off this is the Sapphire Pegasus, because it's a beast, not a winged beast, so, you know, convenience. 1 Monster Reborn, because it's free. And then 1 Dark Hole for the board wipe. This doesn't really hurt us, this just sets us up for Crystal Beacon. Now, before we get into the trap, someone's going to be asking, oh, where's Crystal Abundance, where's Crystal Abundance? You can run a Crystal Abundance. Honestly, I would run 1 Crystal Abundance over one of these, or over the Crystal Released. So, if you want to put in Crystal Abundance, you can. I just couldn't find my copy before, so yeah. Also, Rare Value is an option, but I don't really like Rare Value over the Rainbow Ruins, so yeah. We only run 3 traps in the deck, and that is 3 Crystal Regeki. It's just Regeki Break, but for Crystal Beast. So what you do is you set it, and then whenever you flip it, you tribute a Crystal Beast in your back row and pop a card your opponent controls. So yeah, and it's a trap, so it's pretty good. Alrighty, that is it for the spell cards. Again, I like this lineup. I think that spells and traps. That's it for the main deck as well. I like this lineup. I think this is probably one of the better Crystal Beast lineups that I've made and done in a really long time. So yeah, and so moving into the extra deck, we have 1 Diamond Direwolf. This card actually has a bunch of synergy with the deck. If you don't know what he does, you detach a material from him, target a beast warrior or winged beast card you control, and a card your opponent control, or 1 other card on the field, and destroy them. So usually people summon him and then pop himself because he is generic, but since this deck does have a bunch of beasts and wing beasts in it, you can use him to pop another card and then swing for the 2k that he's worth. 1 Castel, because Castel spins cards. 1 Abyss Dweller, because Abyss Dweller is good this format. 1 Baguska, because, you know, he stops stuff. And 1 Cowboy, because, I don't know, Cowboy. He was the rank 4 that was sitting with the deck when I picked it up out of the tin, so that's the one I went with. And then we got a bunch of Link monsters for this deck, and this Link lineup's probably going to look familiar to, like, channel veterans. 2 Underclock Taker, because he's really good, he shrinks cards. 1 Proxy Dragon, because he's, I don't know, he's in here. 1 Deco Talker, because Deco Talker is good, and 1 Skull Dread to help us draw cards and get plays on board. So, like I was saying, I was talking about combos earlier, that this deck can actually, like, perform now. And so, let's kind of set one up. So, really, all you need for one of the plays, you need like Rainbow Bridge. Like I like to use Rainbow Bridge. We'll set that to the side. But really, the main play that you need is just this and this. And these two cards can put 4 monsters on board. So what you would do here is you'd activate Crystal Bond, search 1 Sapphire Pegasus. Here, I'll kind of, there we go. Search 1 Sapphire Pegasus, put another one in the back row. This goes to grave. Let me move this. Normal summon the other Sapphire Pegasus. Here, you know what? Let's flip these. Normal summon the other Sapphire Pegasus to put the other one back into the, and put the third one into the back row. Then, activate the Crystal Beacon you had in hand. Special summon the Carbuncle out of the deck. Carbuncle's effect will activate. You'll summon 2 other Sapphire Pegasus from the not the graveyard, from the back row. Both of their effects will activate, and you can put literally like whoever you want back there. Usually I'll just put some Garbo ones because it won't matter. And there you go. That's 4 monsters on board instantly. 1 normal, like it did cost your normal summon, but like that's a rank 4 and a Link monster right there. Like you could make, yeah, technically you could make Skull Deep, but you can't really right now. And like if you had this in your, if you had Rainbow Bridge, you could get another Crystal Beacon because Crystal Beacon is not once per turn, and put another guy on board and just keep going. It's nuts. This deck is nuts. Sadly, whenever you use them to link summon, they don't go in the back row, which kind of sucks. But yeah, that's the combo to put 4 Crystal Beasts on board turn 1, which is, like, to me, that blows my mind that they're actually able to do that now. And it's literally this card. This card did it. This card broke the deck. But that's the sad part about it, is that it's only, like, I think this card's only good at 2. Rainbow Bridge is the much stronger card just because it's the Searcher. So again, you only need 2 of these, 3 of these much better. But yeah, that has been my Crystal Beast deck profile. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed it. Oh, and there is another card you can run in this extra deck, and I call it Diamond King Crab. I always think of Diamond Direwolf and Diamond King Crab as like unofficial Crystal Beasts because they're diamonds, and I think it's funny. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.